Ladles and jelly spoons, welcome to another Friday 5-minute facts. I'm Pat, broadcasting with
Keith, coming at you from Britain's first and only airborne subterranean studio, which sounds impressive until you realise it's basically a shed with delusions of grandeur and shocking Wi-Fi.
Today we're diving into Onimusha Warlords, the PlayStation 2 title that proved you could take Resident Evil, swap zombies for demons and somehow make it work. Pat's microphone has not been on his bloody lapel this entire time.
Yeah, released by Capcom in 2001, this was the game that mixed historical Japan with supernatural horror. Think Samurai meets Hammer horror, but with better hair and considerably less Christopher Lee.
I will destroy you!
Onimusha Warlords dropped in January 2001 for PlayStation 2, a Capcom's attempt at creating Resident Evil with swords. And before you ask, it worked.
Yeah, the plot follows Samanosuke Akachi, a samurai who receives a letter from his cousin, Princess Yuki. She is worried about servants disappearing from her castle, and it turns out that demons have resurrected the warlord Nobunaga Oda to serve their evil purposes.
Gameplay wise, you're looking at classic Capcom formula, pre-rendered backgrounds, tank controls and puzzle solving, but instead of shooting zombies you're slicing demons with increasingly elaborate swords. The game featured 3 elemental weapons, Raisen, Uryu and Shippu. Each could be upgraded using souls absorbed from defeated baddies. Red souls for upgrades, yellow for health and blue for magic. Yeah, it's like a demonic slot machine, but with more stabbing. Critics loved it, players loved it. It became the PlayStation 2's first million-selling game, faster than you could say Demon Gauntlet.
Yeah, speaking of gauntlets, Samanosuke gets a mystical one from the Oni clan. Yeah, it's like a supernatural Swiss Army knife. It absorbs cells, it powers weapons, probably makes a decent brew.
Onimusha places real historical figures alongside its fictional supernatural nonsense. You got Oda Nobunaga appears as main villain, while Toyotomi Hideyoshi shows up as well.
Imagawa Yoshitomo makes a brief appearance in the introduction, and by brief I mean he dies. It rather puts a dampener on things. Even our hero Samanosuke is the nephew of Akichi Mitsuhide, the historical retainer who famously betrayed Nobunaga.
Now, whilst history does attribute Nobunaga's ruthlessness to some sort of demonic nature, the Demon King of 6th Heaven they called him, I'm fairly certain the actual demons were metaphorical, but Capcom took that nickname and ran with it straight into literal demon territory.
The only historically accurate event in the game is Nobunaga's attack on the Yoshitomo troops. Everything else is pure fiction, though I suspect if demons had actually been involved, the history books would be considerably more entertaining. Now, you know what I find entertaining? Badgers. Yeah, they can dig tunnels up to 20 metres long, much like how Capcom dug deep into Japanese history to unearth this story.
Thank you for that remarkably relevant badger fact, Keith. In January 2001, Onimusha became the PlayStation 2's first million seller, according to Capcom's own figures. It shifted 2.02 million copies worldwide by June of 2016.
Yeah, the game went platinum in under a month in Japan. That's faster than my tea goes cold on a winter morning. And trust me, that's saying something, because proper tea brewing temperature for Earl Grey is exactly 95 degrees Celsius. Any cooler and you might as well just be drinking dishwater.
The success was so significant that it spawned an entire franchise, 2 direct sequels, spin-offs, and enough merchandise to fill Nobunaga's castle.
Capcom spent between $5 and $10 million marketing the PlayStation 2 release, don't you know? That's a lot of money for what essentially amounts to Resident Evil, but Japanese.
Now, before we continue, do us a favour, hit the old like button and share this with your chums. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We need the numbers, and frankly, Keith's tea addiction ain't going to fund itself.
Now, also, if you're enjoying this, there's plenty more where this came from. We cover retro gaming facts every Friday, assuming Pat can make it out of the pub.
Now, I'll have you know, I'm a professional. It's research.
Onimusha translates to Demon Warrior in Japanese, which when you think about it applies to quite a few characters in the story.
The hero, Samanosuke, becomes empowered by the Oni clan, making him technically a demon warrior. The baddies are literally demons. Even some of the sporting characters blur the lines between human and supernatural. The name choice was deliberate. Capcom wanted something that captured both the feudal Japanese setting and the supernatural elements. Onimusha does both, while sounding appropriately mysterious.
Though I would suspect Demon Warrior tested better with focus groups, over samurai with magic glove fights historical figures. Oh, sorry I'm late, chaps. I had to finish up a very intense session with my Dreamcast, and before your minds wander, I was playing Shenmue.
Now here he is, our resident expert on all things retro gaming. Everything but playing.
We've seen the live streams. The expert feels a little bit generous. I'm not the one that owns too many consoles and has opinions about polygon count. Although, speaking of which, can we talk about how Onimusha basically copy-pasted Resident Evil's engine and somehow made it work with sword combat?
That was rather the point, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But it is fascinating how Capcom took their survival horror template, fixed camera angles, pre-rendered backgrounds, tank controls, and applied it to feudal Japan. I mean, it shouldn't work, but it absolutely does.
Pre-rendered backgrounds aged surprisingly well too.
And that's the beauty of it. Whilst other early PlayStation 2 games looked like they were rendered on a potato, Onimusha's backgrounds still look gorgeous. Pre-rendered graphics don't age the same way real-time 3D does. Here's something that will blow your mind. The game was originally being developed for the OG PlayStation. They scrapped about 50% of the completed work when they moved to PlayStation 2. Oh god, imagine what we might have missed if they'd stuck with original PlayStation version. We'd have had blocky character models and probably no voice acting from Takashi Kinishino. The PlayStation 2 move was absolutely the right call.
The success of Onimusha proved that players were hungry for something different from their action games. Not everything needed to be set in modern times with guns.
Plus it paved the way for other historical action games. I mean, without Onimusha's success we might never have gotten the variety we see today.
Right, and question for all you retro gaming enthusiasts out there. Have you played Onimusha Warlords, and have you revisited it recently?
And do you have any facts about the game that we might have missed? We're always looking for those hidden gems of gaming trivia.
Yeah, seriously, the comment section is where the real knowledge lives. Some of you know more about these games than the developers do. Also, if you have a moment, please do check out our 20th anniversary retrospective review that we did of Onimusha when it turned 20 years old. Link in the description down below.
Sweet, beautiful, lovely, the dripping blood, and what's this? Oh, a liver.
Greetings ladles and jelly spoons, and welcome friends old and new to Kai Mathy's YouTube channel.
Of course, before we sign off, remember to like this video, share it with your fellow retro gaming enthusiasts, and subscribe for more Friday 5-minute facts.
Yes, now we will be back next week with another dive into to gaming history. That's assuming I can remember where I've put my teacup. And assuming Pat can remember where he put his car keys.
Right, well that's us done for this week. Until next time, ladles and jelly spoons, keep those retro games spinning.
Cheers.